Hey guys, we're going to conduct the experiment today, and the first thing that I'm going to do is label the sides of my well plate. This first row is going to be water. This third row is going to be with hydrochloric acid. I'm going to test calcium in this first column. Then I'm going to test magnesium in the second column and aluminum in the third. This 0.5 molar is the concentration. Now I'm going to put 20 drops of water in my first 3 wells. Now that I have my water in my 3 wells, I'm going to go ahead and test litmus paper. So that is this red looking paper. It turns blue when a solution is basic, so when the pH is pretty high. This is going to be before the test, so they should all look the same. Go ahead and record what the litmus paper looks like for H2O and calcium before. That's what it looks like before. This one's for magnesium, same results. And that one's for aluminum. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually place these 3 metals in these wells, and right now you should write your observations of what you see once I put the metal into the wells. Let's go ahead and see what calcium looks like. So it looks like this, it's a metal. I'm going to go ahead and put it in there. Go ahead and record your observations. Now I'm going to place magnesium in there. And finally, aluminum. From my side, only calcium is having a reaction. Magnesium and aluminum are not. Now the final thing that we're going to do is we're going to test the litmus paper and see what happens when I place it into these 3 wells. You're going to record what color you see. This one, the one in calcium, the litmus paper turned blue, meaning it is basic. No change in the magnesium litmus paper. And no change in the aluminum. Now that I'm done with the water part of the experiment, I'm going to test these 3 metals in the hydrochloric acid. Again, I'm going to put 20 drops in each well. First thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to measure my initial temperature of all 3 wells, and I'm going to write it right here. This is something that should go on your lab. My initial temperature is 22 degrees Celsius. And my initial temperature for magnesium and aluminum is 22 degrees Celsius. Go ahead and record that on your tables. Next, you're going to record the observations that you see when I put the metal here for calcium, here for magnesium, and here for aluminum. So here is for calcium. And this one's aluminum. Although it may be hard to see on the camera, magnesium is starting to bubble up. Aluminum is having no reaction. And calcium is having the biggest reaction. Now you're going to do the matched test. So this is what you're going to record. You're going to record what you observe when I place a match in these wells. So let's see what happens. You might have heard that pop. That one definitely popped. And no reaction. Now the final thing that you're going to record on your lab is the final temperatures that we have. Our first well is at 50 degrees Celsius. This is the one in calcium. So get the second one. Our second well is at 29 degrees Celsius. And our third well is at 25 degrees Celsius. That's it. Let me know if you have any questions.